It's the boy King CJ. Welcome to the channel, my guys. And today, man, we're going to be talking about Alliance Raid. Okay, so I have played this a couple of times. I kind of see where it is, and I kind of see what it is not. So the first problem I kind of have is let's hop right into it. So the way this game mode works, right? You go in with you're a solo person, as in yourself, or you go in, let's say, with your alliance mate. So we're on step 10. You can have up to 12 people in step 10. However, you can only use one character per day. You can only use one of your alts per time. Like one time in entry, you know how that thing go. Like it says available entry nine times. No, that's each of your 9 characters that can go in there. So, and what happens is the game doesn't give you enough to build a character. So we know that. Let's just nip that in the butt right now. So the biggest problem I have is I think the power levels of these start to ramp up really quickly. As you guys can see, step 10 is 866, and we all know how ridiculous you would get that high in the power level. And so what it does is it leads people to have to fluff their alt characters. So even though they have the minimum power, they're not strong enough because they don't have the stats. So that's one issue right there. And another thing is they don't let you join in on these even if it's not the minimum power, right? So I am on my Spider-Man at this current moment. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I am at 794, right? That is what my alt is. So if I go to this alliance raid, let's click on it, participate. I can't participate because I'm not a high enough level, and that really sucks because as you guys can see, these are my alts, and it ramps up really quickly. And the worst thing is you can't go back on these. Like once you hit step 10, you can't go back. I would have liked that if you were on step 10, that you every time on your alts just for points, you can go back and fight some of the other bosses with your lower alts to get some kind of contribution for your alliance. But I'm gonna go in with my Iron Man just to give you guys a look of what goes on in here. So that most of these fights, they're kind of just like copy and paste of the boss fights that we've all had before. It's like nothing special, but it's kind of like now it gives you a health bar, and on these set health bars, it goes down slowly. And even if you have like a 2 million, I highly doubt that you're going to be able to just solo step 10 by yourself. So as far as that goes, I guess like that's not bad, because and then a whale can't just go in here by himself and then just go crazy. But it definitely is going to take some kind of teamwork going on here. So this is just kind of like what it is. Like everything that you guys have seen, and I don't even remember what I have on my Iron Man right now, but as you guys can see, I'm like almost 100k more the power level. But due to me having to, I died. I don't know how I just died. That's actually crazy. No, but due to me having to fluff Iron Man up to this power level, as you guys can see, I was not able to do that much damage because I don't have the crit rate, the crit damage, and all that necessary attributes to go into this. And let's go ahead and nip another thing in the butt. Let's talk about the rewards. The rewards are non-existent, honestly. So I know when I made my video, I told you guys when it came to this game mode, I already knew that this was just going to be to make people spend money, but the rewards weren't going to be worth it. Usually when games try to go a different direction, right? As far as when it was Marvel Contest of Champions, when Act 6 came out, they banned 4 stars. People were upset because 4 stars had to, how I like to say it, the synergies and the damage and all that. Some 4 stars definitely could have done Act 6. But they banned the 4 stars because they wanted to push us towards 5-star and 6-star characters. Immediately after that, they started putting 6-star shards everywhere. They started giving us more and more abundance of 5-star shards. So that way, at this point, oh hell, they even had challenges too where you can use your 4 stars to get 5-star shards. You can use your 4 stars to get 6-star shards. So essentially, when you do things like stray away from where you're trying to go, if you want people to build their alts for this game mode, then you need to give them things for rewards that helps towards building that alt. That is the main issue I have with this game mode, and it did not deliver on that. Also, another thing, they added in enhance effects and suppress effects, right? So as you guys can see, when there are 6 or more heroes that can't fly, who that gets web swing, it gives extra points to that, as you can see. And then you have this that says the Iron Man. So I think these are decent in terms of getting more characters out to the playing field, if you want to say that. But the biggest thing I have with these is they're just not really that creative. This reminds me of Marvel Future Fight, where instead of like putting some thought into like how they're restricting things or make the gameplay different, they just said, okay, you want to move up in World Boss Legend? Well, you just got to be a human hero and they can come in there. Like, they kind of just throw it down to so many basic things, and it's not really like that entertaining because it's just like, bring this character here, bring that character here, and it's you know what I mean? It's not really entertaining. It's not very creative in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they could have been like, the boss takes more damage when they're flamed, so you might want to bring a flame characters, or maybe like 2 flame characters, so that way now you have Iron Man and you have Star-Lord, right? Because they do the flame damage. Or maybe they could be like, oh, this opponent takes more damage from shock attacks, so now you bring Storm, you bring Star-Lord. Or they can be like, hey, this opponent is susceptible to pulling aggro, or they're more susceptible to being what do you call it? Provoked. They're more susceptible to being provoked, right? So now you have people that come in here, they have companions like Hulk. Hulk can cause some problems for the boss. You got Captain America with his provoke, and then you got Dr.Strange coming in with his provoke. You know what I mean? Like, things like that, those are the kind of creativity things that I think of when you think of nodes. You want people to bring certain specific people, but you don't want to like just limit it to, oh, can you fly or can you not fly? Oh, Iron Man, just bring 2 Iron Mans, just bring 6 Iron, like stuff like that. That to me, that's not very good. That's not, honestly, those are kind of things that people just look at and they're kind of like, oh, okay, cool. And you're not going to see that anyway. So, like, maybe you're going to see people come in with flyers, but not like because of the freaking node itself. Most of the time, people are just going to look at it and then be like, oh, okay, well, it's flyers. We're all flyers. We should just go in anyway and get the bonus. That's kind of how people are going to look at it, and that's kind of how people have been looking at it. I will say, I think with this new Alliance raid, I think it also has done wonders for the Alliance ranking, as you guys can see. I think a lot of people have gotten better, are going to get a slightly better companion box. I mean, they're still trash, but, you know, kind of is what it is. But it does give some nice Alliance contribution points for doing the Alliance raid. But all in all, man, I think the game mode has potential for sure. They need to tighten some stuff up, but you know, it's not really not much is really gonna happen. I think what we have here is what we're gonna have for a while. They say it's in beta, but they're barely gonna make any changes. Just like Alliance Omega War, they're not gonna It says beta, guys, but nothing is going to change for years. This is probably going to stay in beta for years. Like, they're just going to, like, let it stew. They might add a new map in Alliance Mega War, and they might, every time we get a new supervillain, they're going to add it to there, but majority of the time it's just going to be copy and paste. So, you guys let me know, man. Was this Alliance raid? Did it want to keep you around? Did you feel like this is what you was looking for? You kind of disappointed? I'll be honest with you guys. I don't. Honestly, I'm kind of at that point where if it wasn't for the boosts that you get for the Alliance, I'm at the mindset of like Alliances are pretty much useless. The game mode didn't move any needles, man. It's just something. Maybe you can make some content on it. Who knows? But we'll see later, man. We'll see later. We'll see where it goes to. But all right, everybody, you take care. Hope you're enjoying the game. I hope you're enjoying Alliance Raid. Peace out.